See, I do everything I don't want to do. So everything I don't want to do is what I have to do because that's overcoming that hurdle. That fucking mindset trip. People are like, hey, what do you do for mindset training? Like it's a plus. My mid-level program where you get in shape, get your mind right, you learn the apps and learn the system that you're about to teach. So you fully understand it. You went through it. You onboarded it. You did it. It's like real-time accountability. The form of coaching using my Instagram and using the habits that I give you is like virtual reality. Like you're at the gym with me. But they're holding on to like their $1,700 like it's the craziest thing ever. It's like, motherfucker, let that shit go. You're broke.
What's going on, family? It's your boy Darius here at the Influence to Impact podcast, where we have influential and impactful conversations. Man, today I got one of them ones, man. I got someone who I've been watching for a long time. He's been crushing it, killing it. He's going to get into a lot of game about how he built his business. That's cool. But more so, I'm going to have him talk to y'all about how to become the type of person to do any and everything you want, man. My guy, Wes Watson. What's going on, my man?
Thank you, big dog.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
I'm pumped, man, because this the way you delivered it earlier when we first got here, and we just went into fucking plan B.
Yes, sir.
You're going to go all in, you're going to go all in. That's what it is.
That's it. So a lot of people know you, but for the people who don't know you, right, because you do got a big social media following, but there might be some people who are like, well, I haven't heard of Wes. You know, introduce yourself so that people get to know you.
I mean, that's the coolest thing about online. Yeah. You could be known by so many motherfuckers and barely tap 1% of that bitch. Right. So the whole thing is this is the biggest market known to man, which is social media. And someone like me who is naturally social does well at it because I love all my people. I love being on here. I love this interaction. But I was in the penitentiary. So I was in the penitentiary for 10 years. And when I started posting on my Instagram in prison on burner phones. You know, I'm buying burner phones in prison for $1,500 a pop with green dots and shit. And I'm just fucking getting on Instagram and I'm posting some positive shit. I posted in all black and white from like 2013. And then when I got out, I put up a color pic. I said, I'm out. Watch what I could do, motherfucker. Crazy. And so I went from getting out with $200 7 years ago to where I'm at today. Damn. So, I mean, it's like the trajectory has been crazy, but a lot of people see the pluses and minuses of quick fame and all this shit and quick success. And it may not be for a lot of people. You got to be that motherfucker who wants the stage, wants the spotlight. Is like, you got to be that. There's two types of motherfuckers. Mm-hmm. There's a guy who walks in the room and says, there you are. And the motherfucker who walks in the room and says, here I am. Mm-hmm. And I mean, that's just what's needed nowadays. So building that confidence in everybody who follows me is my main goal.
That's so dope. And a lot of people, I just heard you say you've been on this journey for damn near almost a decade, right? People see you now, they may see, he got all these followers. I see him on the blogs, I see him in content. But talk about a little more that time where you were shooting content from burner phones. Because a lot of people make excuses about why they can't put out content or why they can't do things. But you took a situation and you made it something where most people wouldn't be able to get off the ground. So talk to that.
Well, the biggest minds in any space, they'll know the audience comes last. So your true like motivation and true power comes from creating stuff that you like. So you'll never run low of motivation. You'll never not have inspiration. The well will never be tapped and run dry if you make the content for you. So even when I was in prison, I was getting 75 or 100 likes. I'm like, that's a bad motherfucker right there. Look at that fool on his rack right there. That fool fucking built that body. That fool built that mindset. That fool overcame that shit. And that picture, that moment was powerful to me. It was like art. So I've been creating posts and showing my lifestyle and everything I like to where now people watch my shit and they think everything's a music video. But if you go back to the Wes Watson before prison, that's what I liked.
That's it.
I was pushing weight. I liked my cars needed fucking rims on them. I was a flossy motherfucker. That's what I fucking like. I looked up to all that type of lifestyle. So then now I get to showcase from the penitentiary with the habits and what a man, if he's disciplined enough, can pull off in the end. But the thing is, the audience comes last. And if you make shit for the audience will never show up. And if you make it for yourself, that's the best thing you can do for the audience because you're purely authentic at that moment.
Damn, that's so good. So essentially what I'm hearing is that you were rich long before you were actually getting to the money. You had the confidence even when shit wasn't going your way, even when you were locked up. Most people, you know, they let their current situation kind of dictate where they'll be. But what I'm hearing is you were that dude in your head and the money just caught up to you based on you being disciplined.
Well, I always say it's not how, it's who. And if I turn anybody into that motherfucker who's just a spotlight taken, just fucking driven individual who can't be stopped, there's nothing he can't do. And just by default, everyone else will quit. Yeah. That guy won't. That guy's more focused in 2025 on building that individual who can take the spotlight, take the camera, take the attention, and we'll take that attention, we'll monetize it. Exactly. We'll only sell stuff that really changed our lives, but that's the whole thing. We're going to change our life first, and then our goal is to pass that knowledge on to other people.
So good. So good. So what are your thoughts? I know you talk a lot about discipline, and it seems like that's the thing that's got you where you are, right? And a lot of people here, they need to be disciplined, but what are some actual actionable steps someone can do to become more disciplined for the person who doesn't know?
See, I do everything I don't want to do. So everything I don't want to do is what I have to do because that's overcoming that hurdle, that fucking mindset trick. People are like, hey, what do you do for mindset training? Like it's a plus. But all wisdom that you'll ever hear about is what not to do. Man. So, I mean, like I get up every morning at 2:45 a.m. and I've never wanted to get up at that time. The thing is I get up at that time because it hardens me. I know I'm first place. I'm up first. So I do all these things that solidify in my mindset that I'm better than everyone else. And people are like, you're better than them. I'm like, I chose to work harder and do more, so I'm better at being me. And I tell people all the time, I'm like, you suck at being you, motherfucker. And they're like, what do you mean I suck at being me? I'm like, I can tell you don't hold your word to yourself. Yeah. When was the last time you held your fucking word to yourself? I mean, it was January 9th right now. How many of you fucking motherfuckers, how many of you people watching have really stuck to your goals? And I mean, the thing is fuck all the money, fuck all the stuff. You're going to have to pull up. And are you proud of who you are? And people, they'll see me with some bitches or something, or I always have relationship issues, and they're like, she's only in it for the money. I say, God damn, I'm handsome too, motherfucker. Leave me alone with that shit. But then the whole thing is I'll hit them with like, bro, like I'm not in it for what she likes or what the fuck she wants of me. I'm the person who backs me. I validate me. Not one man can give me the validation that I can give myself. And I only did that with my daily habits. Like I said, waking up at 2:45. I read positive shit to put my mind right. I work out every day. I track the nutrition I eat so that I have the body I want. And I don't do drugs or drink. So, I mean, that's my main 5 things that I want everyone to do who's fucking watching this. If you want to level up, you're a kid or you're fucking just still a fucking baby boy in a grown man's body, then I want you to do these things. I want you to just build the confidence in you first. And then I don't give a fuck where you take it. You'll beat everybody in that field because you no longer fucking tap on what needs to be done each day.
That's it. Now, that's so good. So purpose, acting now, not listening to other people. So how does this translate into business? Obviously, we know as entrepreneurs, of course, how you do one thing is how you do everything, right? So I know you got a ton of students that are killing it. I personally know some. What is that transition or that process you take them through to get to where they are, to where they want to be in terms of growing their business online?
So I only teach what I've done. And that's a problem with a lot of people nowadays. I mean, even our school system, these are people who are trying to teach you money and they don't even got fucking money. So, I mean, the point is I built a version of me, which was a skill set I learned, which was proper training, proper nutrition, and all this shit that built a man that I was proud of. And then the mindset was going against everything I ever was, which was, and even in prison, everybody's on dope, everyone's drinking, everyone's doing drugs and shit. And I had to go against everything that I ever did, which was party and be that motherfucker and sell dope and all this shit. So I had to flip that mindset that wasn't even cool anymore. That shit ain't going to serve me. Yeah. So I had to get rid of everything that didn't serve me and do more of what did. Once I built the man that I admired, that I was proud of, I came out of prison and I didn't even have an idea about how I was going to make money. I didn't care. I wasn't like, I'm going to make money doing this. I was like, I got online and I said, I have to share with everyone what worked for me. So I just started sharing with everybody what worked for me, and they started doing it on their own, and they're like, man, this works for me too. And then it just turned into a business.
Stop. So listen, I know that you're enjoying this episode, but I had to come on and tell you about a crazy thing that I just came up with, all right? So listen, a lot of people have been saying, Darius, the prices right now for mentorships and coaching are super high. Well, listen, what if you could spend 5 days with me? 5 days where I coach you live, and for less than $10 a day, you're going to get to learn all of my secrets to how we build a 7-figure funding empire, all right? First thing I'm going to show you all is how to get access to up to $150,000 in 0% interest funding. And then the second thing I want to show you is how to run a 6-figure funding company part-time. And when I say part-time, I mean, yes, whether you have a job or whether you have a current business, I'm going to show you how you can add funding as a service charge a commission, and make a nice bag. This is the only business I know that requires one client a month to make 6 figures. So if this sounds like something you're interested in, what I want you to do is click the link below. If this sounds like something you're interested in, what I want you to do is click the link in the description and make sure you grab your seat. Can't wait to see you. Beat me there, don't meet me there. All right, back to the episode.
Now, once I changed so many lives with training, nutrition, and mindset, I made tens of millions of dollars for many years, like over and over, to where then finally people said, can you teach me how to be a coach like you coached me? Well, now I've sold the two things I've done. I changed my life with a different mindset, training, and nutrition. So I've made tens of millions off that every year. And then I started teaching people how to build their brand, which helps people coach people in this same thing I did. So I'm one of the few people who only teach what he knows. I don't try to say I know anything else other than what I've done.
Now, that's so good. That's so good. So I always tell people, like, the easiest way to grow any business is to be transparent. Because like you said, a lot of people online are kind of, I don't want to say facade, but they're selling things that they haven't quite done based off theory. And what I'm hearing from you is it's easy for you because it's literally what you've done, right?
It's who I am.
It's who you am.
Yeah.
And when we think of money, most people, they think, damn, what do I have to do? Like, even people come to me, what do I have to do to get to the money? It's not what you have to do, is who you have to become.
It's who you have to become. I have to become great at this thing that people want to learn. So, I mean, I have to be the greatest in this, and then they'll hire me. If you were the greatest lawyer, you get paid more. I mean, the whole point is I just beat everybody at it. If you watch my Instagram and you watch other people's Instagram, I beat everybody. Right. My cars are better. I'm in better shape. I speak better. And that's maybe biased. Some people say, no, his is probably better. His is good. That's what I teach my people, is to only look at your shit, validate your shit, put your heart into it, and then honestly, like, critique your shit.
That's it.
Like, if his is better than yours, get to the level. Fact. Like, don't fucking give yourself slack. Accommodating our shortcomings is one of the biggest things that we could do wrong. And instead of, like, people always pat themselves on the back that they did shit right. Oh, I did this, I did that, I did that. I'm like, motherfucker, what didn't you do? Yeah. Like, I don't give a fuck what you did. You're supposed to do that. What'd you miss? Yep. My whole thing is I never miss.
Man, I like that.
I'll never miss shit. I've never missed an upload on YouTube. I've never missed one of the posts that'll change a life on Instagram. I always tell my motherfuckers, I'm like, you thought that post was going to do super good. And you're like, oh, this one's gold. I love this one. And it gets 900 likes. Yeah. And you post something on a whim and it goes fucking 10,000. Yeah. And you're like, what the fuck? So you just never miss. You never know what someone's going to read in it. And you have to live outwardly for everyone who follows you, because sometimes just the fact that you did post again when they felt like crawling up in a ball and giving up, and you're just like showing up for them one more time. Yeah. That was enough for them to see that you gave a fuck about them. Because I give a fuck about my people. Yeah. Like, I give a fuck about the motherfucker struggling who doesn't think it's ever going to work out. Like, I just bought my third Phantom this year. Like, I bought 2 Mansory Phantoms this year. I just bought my second one, and I bought 3 Phantoms total. It's like, to me, that's crazy where I'm from. Yeah. And then lame-ass motherfuckers who've been given everything their whole life watch people wearing iced-out watches and motherfuckers with chains and shit. They're like, why do you have to be flossy? Shut the fuck up. You've been handed everything, motherfucker. Facts. Ain't no motherfucker who worked for everything downgrade a motherfucker for being flossy. Never. Not once. Never. Only that handout bitch, mommy and daddy motherfucker who sent him to Harvard and shit. And he learned from grandpa how to floss. Motherfucker, your stupid cardigan, take that shit off, get the fuck out of here. Nah, it's like, I'll steal your bitch too, for what? But the whole point is like, I want everyone to just really speak how they speak and be who the fuck they are. Yeah. Like, just let me meet you, That's it. Now, one thing I noticed is, and even when I first had seen your videos, I was like, damn, bro, it's rough. But what I realized is you love on people. Right? But everyone can't see because more people are worried about how you're saying things versus what you're saying. What I hear is, no, I'm here to help you get better. But I need to be real with you so that I can bring the best out with you. I can bring the best out of you. I mean, the healer, he don't heal people. He triggers in them their ability to heal themselves. I'm going to make you fucking feel it. Yep. And people are like, she won't be with you if you lose all your money. I said, I don't want her to be. Yeah. I don't want her to, I'd be with you if you lived in a cardboard box. Bitch, please don't enable that shit. Like, that's the problem with the world. Too many bitches are fucking dudes who fucking ain't got shit. Right. And then the guy just stays comfortable. Fucking leave me. If I ain't killing it hard enough for us to fucking live how we should be living, then fucking leave me and maybe I'll actually go get some shit done. I mean, this is the whole thing. Like, I don't want nobody to accommodate me. People, are you scared of this? Or like everyone tells me their fears. So like, she's gonna leave you. Your business is going under. You're going back to prison. I'm like, motherfucker, I've been to prison. It made me better. If I lost my business, I've started a business. I started this out of scratch. I made this up, motherfucker.
Right.
And the chick will leave me? Jesus. I mean, I let her come back for the third time. Fuck you talking about? Wrong story you're watching, homeboy.
Wrong person, right? Because once what he's telling y'all is once you've been at the bottom, can't nothing phase you. Because the only thing that can do is you start over from where you were.
Dude, every day, if I start building scenarios in my head, those imaginary evils, those negative scenarios, like it's not going to work out, I take everything away from myself. I go back to doing push-ups on that prison floor, and I remember I was happy there. Like, I don't need this shit to be happy. It doesn't even do anything for me.
Right.
I'll have my driver come pick me up. He costs more than most people make a fucking year because he's security for Future, for Justin Bieber, for top people, and he's going to drive me in the Phantom. He's going to drive in the Phantom with the choppers in the trunk, and I'm going to drive in the Bugatti getting followed by him. And this is the thing, like, I roll at a whole different level. If they made Scarface 2025, they couldn't even imagine it at the level I live at. Right. They wouldn't even do it big enough to lie that big. And that's how I fucking live. Shit. And the whole thing is why? Because I watched those movies growing up.
Right.
I'm like, I want to kill it like that. Yeah, I'll do whatever it takes. And I did whatever it takes. And I went to prison for doing the wrong shit, for pushing packs and violence. And I mean, the whole thing is I don't respect a motherfucker who ain't been through some shit. Right. Like, I like people for their pain, for their scars, what they've been through. Yeah. Those are the trophies. Yeah. Like some prissy-ass motherfucker pulls up and just has everything and it all went his way. What the fuck? Right. What the fuck we going to relate on? What's the story here? Yeah. Oh, you got handed everything? I don't know what that's like, motherfucker.
Yeah. Now, that's good. I always say, if a person ain't never been through the fire, I don't really want to do business with them because when shit hits the fan, you don't know what they'll react
100%.
Like. Yeah. So
can't trust a man without a dark side.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So finish this or explain this, right? All attention is good attention.
Oh, yeah, I get the most negative attention, but I do it on purpose. Yeah. Even when my guys Goldie did it the other day. Goldie coached under me, and he had these chicks on a leash, and everybody's like, oh, my God. Oh, no. It's like, what does that represent to you? Or da-da-da. Shut the fuck up. Right. Like, those chicks willingly did it. They played your dumbass into watching, and now he's got 10% of the people who fucking viewed these billions of views that understand who he is and are probably going to buy his course or learn from him. Absolutely. And I mean, the whole thing is he's confident. He's selling confidence. I love it. He was one of my guys. He came to one of my first masterminds in Cali. And he didn't know what he was going to sell at first. And it was like mindset, training, nutrition. That was part of it. But he was so good at relationships and with women. So that was the twist. Yeah. And I'm glad to see that he actually wasn't scared to monetize the attention, because a lot of you motherfuckers watching, a lot of you guys watching won't say the shit needed to go viral, but it's how you think. So if you were just your authentic self, you'd go viral as fuck. But you're just holding it back. You're censoring. Like I could make anybody say anything that could go off, but they won't say it because they're afraid of the backlash.
That's it. Now that's so good. Again, transparency, being authentically you.
Authentically you. Like the whole thing is the whole way I speak was like a problem at first. Right. And people were telling me like, oh, like that's not the way to do it. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Yeah. There's no way with me. Fact. Like I'm not trying to get any outcome. This is how I talk. This is me being me on camera. And guess what I like? I like being on camera. Right. So I'm just going to run this up. I don't give a fuck. That's it. Give a fuck if I lose everything or if I become a billionaire. I'll fucking be on camera more. Like if I lost everything, you're going to watch more. If I make more money, you're going to watch more.
That's lit. I like that. Nah, that's bars. He giving y'all sauce, man. So
I've been doing this shit. I was the first motherfucker to be cracking the numbers that I crack in this shit. And why? Because if a person said, well, what's it going to do for me? I said, if you don't do it, you're going to be some dumb bitch who didn't do it. Yeah. And if you do what I told you, you're getting ripped. Fact. And they're like, well, goddamn, that was a good answer. Not, well, I'll make sure that you have the perfect diet. Yeah. It's going to work out. Yeah. Like, that's a whole fucking lie. I ain't placating nobody. I'm back, motherfucker. You could make nothing if you suck at this and you're a dumb fuck. Right. And if you do what I tell you and you kill it and you slowly level up like me and all my top guys did, you'll be a boss in this game because everybody else quits.
That's it. Damn, that's good. So what is it like? Because I heard, I was listening to one of your interviews in the past, and obviously I know you're doing millions of dollars a month, but most people can't fathom, right? So I want to get into the business side, right? I like teaching people marketing. Obviously, you're crushing it. DMs, you getting busy in the DMs.
Busy as fuck in the DMs.
You're closing a lot of your sales.
I close most of them.
What do you say to someone who says, Wes Watson has so much volume, I don't know how he's closing them by himself? What does that strategy look like?
It's not that hard. The way my programs are set up, selling a $40,000 program in one of my, is my top of one of my programs, my elite program.
Okay.
A $20,000 program is the top of my business coaching program. A $2,000 program is the top of my mid-level program. So how hard is it to make $100,000 a day? I just got to close a couple programs. I mean, like the whole thing is like I have to just sell a few fucking programs. I sell a few 7,500s. I'll sell a 20,000. I'll sell a shitload of 2,000s, and I'll close an elite deal. I made $100K. But the whole thing is I have so many over 5 years when you're selling like a mid-level program that's $299 to $2,000 a month or a year, $299 a month to $2,000 a year. You have so many recurring signups that are always going through that ends up being 20, 30, 40, 50,000 a day. The highest I had with all my recurring was 54,000 a day. Wow. So I made 54 grand a day without even doing anything. So then all I had to sell was my 30 grand to hit my 3 million. Like I'd basically sell, then, I'd sell 30, 40 grand a day and hit my fucking 3 million a month that I hit.
Damn, that's lit. So I'm assuming a lot of your people who are coming through your, reoccurring continuity, a lot of them leveling up to your high ticket?
Well, this is the thing. They're coming in at the mid-ticket knowing that that's a stepping stone to get in shape, learn the apps, learn the mindset, level up, get themselves right, get themselves confident, be on the calls, see the structure of the program, and then they level up to the next program where they eventually teach the program they just did. Gotcha. So they do the program for like a year, they kill it, they change their life, and then they go teach it. It's like a fucking university.
Makes sense.
They're ascending to the next level. They're being taught by me, and they get in shape, they kill it, they change their life, their mindset. They're like, whoa, this really does work. Most of them come in and just want to get better.
Yeah.
And then they kill it so hard, they're like, I have to do this for a living.
Makes sense.
And then they end up doing it, and they're like, what the fuck? I'm having $6,000 days, $10,000 days. And they're sporadic, but I'm like, so keep going. That'll be every day. And then your sporadic day will be 40,000.
Yeah.
Like, just understand this. It's a numbers thing. It's not, nothing's biased to you. Right. It's just the more numbers, the more hands you shake, the more money you make. So by the time you have the X amount of people viewing you, I probably got 85 to 90 direct hate DMs today. Fuck you, kill yourself, you bitch, pussy, fucking all this shit. And I have to go through them and erase them. Yeah. This would probably make people get so fucking down on themselves because these people try to make it sound like it makes sense what they're talking about, but they're losers. So it doesn't even fucking matter. So, I mean, the whole point is I have to go through all these DMs and I only close my DMs. Gotcha. So the whole thing is I'm going through. And then this person wants the program. Boom, 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 sale, boom, sale, 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 sale. And by the time a day goes through, I go through 400 or 500 messages. And so, I mean, 400 or 500 messages, a lot of people primed to knowing my programs. I can do a simple close through DM. The whole thing is if I can't close 10 programs a day, then I fucking suck. And most of them aren't $3,000. They're more or less,
Nah, that's good. And a lot of people say, can't close high ticket in the DMs. But what I'm hearing is you getting it done.
This one guy told me when I was starting off coaching that anything over 2,000, you got to get on the phone. Yeah. And that's only if you weren't prepping them with your content. What if your content showed them over 2 years exactly what they're buying? Yeah. So then they just come and buy it.
That's good.
Or are you going to not talk about all your programs on your content and you have a sales guy for 2 hours trying to sell it to them? Like, that's a stupid ass way to do it. But I do both. So I have a salespeople trying to close people, and then I have myself closing in the DM.
Fire. So what he's telling y'all is he's essentially nurturing the audience. He's giving them game on how to think and how to grow rich. He's giving them game of his actual lifestyle so that they know they're not listening to someone they don't want to follow. So by the time he gets them in the DMs, it's not a cold sell. They've already watched them for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, so they're ready to take action.
Most people, 2 years.
Yeah.
One of the biggest thing is if your audience is always broke, it's because you're a shitty teacher. I'll have people come to me that can barely afford my $750 3-month program. I get them so disciplined, so focused on life that a year later, they easily afford my $20,000. They're like, whoa, I was a loser. Yeah. I really wasn't doing the work. I really wasn't applying myself. Now that I applied myself in my normal job, I murk it now,
So essentially, y'all make sure that y'all become the person so that you can make the money. Because the person who got the right mind is going to get to the money. And one thing you touched on, and I want to slow down for the people, is he has multiple offers, right? And what he does is, if you guys create a good baseline offer, customers are going to ascend because now they trust him. They already trust him because he got them in shape. He got their mind right. He can sell them anything at that point. No one wants to go to a new coach if they already have a coach who's gotten the results. So make sure y'all are creating higher ticket offers.
Look at the Ascension. Look at this. The Ascension goes from my mid-level program where you get in shape, get your mind right, you learn the apps and learn the system that you're about to teach. So you fully understand it. You went through it. You onboarded it. You did it. Now you're going to teach exactly what you did for a year or 6 months or 3 months to someone else. Now you elevate to being the person who makes the content and gets the sales. Then you elevate to going to my elite program where you can actually come around me, get more eyes on you, be in my content, or you can buy a podcast where you could just boost your shit forward.
Now it's lit.
And so the whole thing is there's massive ascension to all of it.
That's so fire. So you're teaching them how to actually become the person because they went through it. So if anyone asks, they already have social proof because they've been through your shit.
They did it.
And now they're showing them what they've duplicated, so it's nothing easier to sell than what you've already done.
Already did it.
Then
I make sure they do it first.
That's tough. And then you're going to drive traffic to them by allowing them to leverage you and your audience.
I drive traffic to them because once they're in the coaching business, the business coaching, I'm using them as testimonials and saying, hey, this person kills it. Go check them out. Go check them out. Fire. And I'm getting 70,000 views on my story. So, I mean, it's just, you couldn't even pay. They don't even understand how much that would cost in Facebook and Google ads. Like, it would just be so fucking astronomical what I can give them that they should just buy my $20,000 a year program just to know they'll get some sales and then say, Wes, I'll make some fire testimonials. Run me every week.
That's it.
Like, you would make way more off of that.
20,000 is worth the promo alone.
The promo alone. Yeah. And this is, you'll get, if you kill it hard enough, I'll promo you all the fucking time. I'll say, come down, let's film a YouTube video.
That's it.
Like, let's run this up.
It's a win-win situation. Win for
win-win.
You for helping them and win for them. They getting busy. Damn, that's so good, bro. This was like a master class because I like to give people actual steps about how they can level up. Let's get into the content phase. I know you talked about obviously lifestyle, but can we give them some game on like someone today, right? They want to get started on content. They're a little scared of the camera. What are some actionable steps that they can do to drive more attention and traction to their page?
I mean, if they're scared of the camera, they have to get themselves into a different mental state. So, I mean, I teach people how to get into a high frequency state. And I mean, that's just certain steps of your day, like getting up early, reading something positive, going to work out, eating properly, no drugs or alcohol. This is going to put you in a better place. If you're already a naturally confident dude, then a lot of that stuff's not going to hinder you as much. But if you're still building yourself, this is how you build yourself up into the best version of yourself that day. But I mean, with the content-wise, you need a blueprint. I give people a blueprint. You're posting this, you're posting this, you're posting this, you're posting this. I mean, if you make your content a reality show with commercials, they'll watch the reality show. The reality show should have value in it. So I show my actionable steps. My program that I sell, I show on my story every day. I show that I'm up early. I show that I'm training. I talk about the stuff I get through mentally. I have most of my clients post what they read, what they eat, everything that's getting them to where they want to go. So we give the program away for free. The people start doing it. And the whole thing is you got to get them high before they buy. So, I mean, if you get them to work out and they're like, they never worked out before. So you show them some burpees. They do 100 burpees. They're like, fuck, I feel like I'm on top of the world. And they're like, give me that 3 months. I'm going to run this shit up. Then they're like, oh, what? I feel like a bitch again 2 hours later. And then they just, fuck it. I already bought the program. I'm going to go to the gym. They go to the gym. I don't really like it, but I'm feeling better. Like a month later, they're like, fuck, I'm feeling this shit. 2 months later, they're a beast. 3 months later, you can't stop them. A year later, you've completely changed their life. And they wouldn't have gone if you didn't fucking just say, just do these fucking burpees real quick. They got that high, and then they bought, and then they invested their money, so they had to back it up. Most people really think they're not that money motivated, but with the second they invest their actual funds, they'll put forth more effort.
Absolutely. I always say people who pay attention, and people who pay more attention.
Dude, I have motherfuckers who'll buy my super elite program and they just don't even show up. They're just like, listen, I've been watching your content, like billionaires and shit. I watch your content. It's good enough for me. I don't have time to get on the call. So like we have their blueprint set up for their daily habits. They don't have time for the fucking call, so they just watch my Instagram. They see that I'm up, so they get up. They see that I worked out, so they work out. So it just gives them like, it's like real-time accountability. The form of coaching using my Instagram and using the habits that I give you is like virtual reality. Like you're at the gym with me, you know, like you just look at your shit. I'm at the gym, you're at the gym. You're getting up, I'm getting up, you're getting up. Like I'm able to hold you accountable all throughout the day because I'm doing it with you.
Makes sense.
You have no excuse.
None. GPS. So he's telling y'all, listen, and a lot of coaches aren't, you're literally doing what you're telling them. So it's like they get to learn it, but then they see, damn, Wes is working harder than me. He shouldn't be working harder than me if he's making more money than me. So they feel like they got to catch up.
I tell them to post once a day.
Yeah.
I post like 5 times a day.
Yeah.
But I love it.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole thing is you can't beat me because I love it. I'll never stop. Fair. Like if you made me stop, I'd be so upset. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And these people want to stop one day with all their money and retire and never get on camera again. Yeah. You can't beat the guy who loves it if you're the person who's just doing it for an outcome. So you have to learn to love it. What's going to make you learn to love it? The people, the community, the connection. They do this so many times. They've saved my life. Like every fucking week, there's something going on all over the internet that Wes Watson did wrong. Yeah. Like sometimes it's like, oh, he regifted that purse to his new girlfriend. And like, it's a thing, bro. I'm like, nah. It's not even the same one. It looks the same, you know? What the fuck? She's wearing his ex's shoes. Every bitch in Miami has those ones. Those Givenchy's that everybody got. Fuck you talking about? Like, and they just make up these psychotic fucking things. But it's always a big-ass thing that I'm supposedly doing. I ran into Diddy at Pura Vida. I'm like, oh shit, Diddy's here. And they swear like I'm part of some big old crazy scam thing or something Diddy's doing. I'm like, I just saw him at Pura Vida, you fucking weirdos. It's like, you didn't whoop his ass because he's a chomo? I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I have no fucking... I don't have no proof on nothing. I'm not fucking, dude, it's Diddy. I saw him. What the fuck? And they act like some weird ass shit. I'm like, yeah, I bet you would have, bro. Yeah. I'm like, I've chartered the dude's jet a few times. He's cool as fuck. Yeah. He was chill. I'll probably get a lot of heat for saying that because like what is crimes or whatever, I don't really get into people's gossip and their shit. Yeah. Like if I can get value from someone, then I'm just taking the value. I don't have to fucking like everything you do. Right. Why the fuck do these gossip girls who watch shit online think they have to like everything Wes Watson does? Right. How about this? If you think I'm a scammer, okay, then don't sell a program that's a scam. If you think mine is, then let's just assume it is, okay? Then don't sell one that's a scam. And then hit me up to say, how'd you get so many people to send you money? Exactly. How did you get so many people to send you money and trust you and send you all that money? And then you don't have a scam program. Right. My program's not a scam, but the whole thing is, most this year, all my signups were like recurring signups. Yeah. People re-signing up. When I did a sale on Black Friday and New Year's, it was all people re-signing up. So, but the whole thing is they'll always say if it's a money program, it's a scam online. Yeah. So, okay, let's have you not have a scam, and let's learn from me how to get someone to send you so much money from content. Making the content, doing a call to action, and closing them. Content, call to action, close. What does that look like for you, Wes? You guys are so fucking stupid. You're not able to DM me and say, Wes, fuck everything. I have a product or service I want to sell. Teach me the content to make, teach me how to close them, and I know what I'm about to sell. Why is that so hard for everyone? Right. Why are their brains fucking mush? Yeah. I swear we have 2 types of people on planet Earth right now. The people who are driving around with fucking masks on in their goddamn car, and the people who didn't take a fucking vaccine and were like, fuck you, that shit's weird. Like, there's 2 types of people on Earth right now. The normal people and the people who thought that shit was okay. Like, it's fucking crazy. Like, I don't even, some of these people, I look at all their photos and I swear they're from like Midwest, like normal white people. And they're like, who the fuck are you think you are? I'm like, God damn. I can tell from their picture they're going to hate me. Yeah. It's like, fuck is going on out here? But, 1%. 99% of people probably ain't going to understand me. And I ain't even 1%. How many people go to prison that long and then fucking get out and drive a fucking Bugatti and are this well known? I mean, we're just starting to split hairs more and more. And then I even came out to Miami and crushed Miami. They didn't think I could do it. No one's more known around here than me. Yeah. There's a guy. There's that guy. There's that guy. Why? Because I'm out in the street. I don't give a fuck. I'll be out there. Handle business if you want. Motherfuckers have tried it, didn't go well for them. But I'm just saying, this is what it is.
That's what it is. That's good. Hey, that's good. So what's next for Wes? What's the goal, like 2025? What are we looking to do?
I don't even care. I just like to not fall victim to the low frequency moments. I don't like to hate on one moment of my life. I don't like to be ungrateful for not 1 second. I like to just be able to talk people out of buying into the negativity. I like people to enjoy their fucking day. And I like people to fucking really know what works and just do it. Like, I'm so sick of having to tell people, what you chase runs. Yeah. Like, motherfucker, just do what I told you to fucking do. Like, dude, eat that food to get ripped. Train like that to build muscle. Post like this to draw on the fucking attention, build the followers, and then figure out what you're going to sell. What the fuck is so hard about this? Right. And they're just like, they question everything so much. And they act like they're not about money, but they're holding on to like their $1,700 like it's the craziest thing ever. It's like, motherfucker, let that shit go. You're broke. Yeah. Like, I want people to not have to be so coerced with motivation and colorful words. And I want them to just be smart enough to say, I don't have to like everything about this guy, but he has what I want, and I'm going to go figure out how to get it how he got it. I just want them to be way simple and get what they want out of life.
That's it.
Like, because I don't live in needs like these motherfuckers. I get what I want.
Yeah.
Like, there was a black Mansory Phantom that was sick as fuck, but had a little bit of miles on it. And there's this white one that was sicker. It was arguably as sick, but it had 200 miles on it. And I'm like, man, but this one's 125,000 more. From motherfucker. And get the better one, run it up, you know? Yeah. I didn't ask the price of the Bugatti.
Facts.
I said, oh, hell yeah, let's run it up. Let's get it. Like, I don't do that shit. Like, it's so fucking crazy. If I want something, I go fucking get it. And then these motherfuckers will have the audacity to use the word abundance to me when they're sitting there so fucking scared. There's two types of people. There's the people who build their wealth off scarcity and saving, and they're the lamest motherfuckers. Like, they're so fucking lame, it's crazy. They're just like, oh, I did everything perfectly. Yeah. I'm like, I don't want to be perfect Pat who did everything perfect. Like, you're fucking lame to me, fool. Like, I want to live abundantly and fucking run it up. Like, if my people want to go eat there, I'll pay for everybody. If my chick wants that shit, buy that shit, bitch. If I want that shit, I'm getting it. If somebody needs something, we're running it. We're not scared that we're not going to make money again. We're not worried that God ain't going to supply us again. Yeah. Like, I don't even care if I didn't. I'm going to be able to take care of myself with my habits every fucking day that I'm on this earth. If I'm in prison, if I'm in the hospital, if everything falls apart, what the fuck is so bad if you're still breathing? Nice. And that was one of my favorite quotes when I was in prison. It said, it was, the best thing about suffering is it's a for sure sign you're still alive, you know? And then some motherfuckers think they want to die. You don't know what death is, you dumb motherfucker. Yeah. You better run with this shit and make it good. Like, but it's just, I want the best for everybody, but I'm gonna have to cut through their bullshit. So I tell people, I love you guys. I hate your habits. And I mean, if you watch that Gates interview where he talks about me, he just says, I love Wes Watson because he just talks about habits, because that's the only thing that's going to matter. Shit. Like, what you think and what you do every day will habitually construct who you are in this life. And that's it.
That's it. Now, I always say what you tune into, you turn into, y'all. Like, people, you got to be having 6 or 7 figure conversations every day, man. Iron sharpens iron. Can't nobody call me to gossip. Can't nobody call me to
oh
watch
my God, these guys
TV.
are gossiping nowadays.
Like females, right?
The fuck? If someone writes me and says, this guy did this, or they'll write me, hey, this guy's a rat or something. I said, look, I don't know about his background, but like what you just wrote me, I know there's a rat for sure. You just ratted on him, fool. What the fuck you doing? Like, what the fuck? Like, dude, I don't even know that about him. Right. It's alarming that you know so much about another man, bro. Like, what the fuck? Like, just take the good parts of people.
No, facts.
And that's, I get a lot of heat for a lot of shit because I don't censor what I say, and I never fucking will. But that's the whole problem is everyone's trying to say what's right instead of what's fucking needed, you know?
That's dope. Man, this was so good, man. I hope y'all got some value out of it today. I know I definitely got some value, man. This was like live coaching for your boy, man. So I appreciate you coming on today, bro. Any final words that you love to give to people? A message to someone looking to level up in 2025.
I mean, pick the area that you want to be the best in and don't stop till you are. These motherfuckers really think it's luck. Like, dude, I just picked something I want to do and said, I will not stop till I'm the best at this. And anybody can have that mindset. You just have to never quit.
That's it. And where can they follow you at?
It's Real Wes Watson Fit on Instagram. And then it's GP Penitentiary Life on YouTube. I think maybe it's even Real Wes Watson on YouTube now. I think I changed to that. Okay. But then they can go to weswatsonfit.com to sign up for coaching, but mainly hit me on Instagram. I go on Instagram because they can actually DM me.
Yeah.
It's the only platform where you could talk to me.
Yeah.
And the thing that sucks is so many people want me to stop doing that. They're like, it's so weird that like they'll be like at talking shit, and I'll respond to them. They're like, you ain't doing nothing. You're responding to me. Yeah. And I'm like, well, who are you? They're like, I'm nobody. And I'm like, don't refer to yourself as nobody.
Right.
Like, I'm talking to you because you're somebody and I know you could do it.
Yep.
They don't see the genuineness of the fact that I will respond to everybody. Everybody is somebody. Everybody can do what we're doing. Yeah. Everybody can kill it.
Facts.
And I prove that with my actions, and they don't seem to see it. I will speak to everybody, everyone.
Fire.
Because I know they have it in them because I was lower than them.
Yeah.
Like, I started from below rock bottom. Fuck.
Speaking from a place of conviction. So when you're talking to people, essentially speak to the janitor how you speak to the CEO, y'all. Everybody can get to it, but you got to become that person. And a big part of it is obviously community, surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals, not giving a damn what people think, and essentially putting in the work, man. I always tell y'all now, no opportunities wasted. Take action now. It's your boy Darius, my guy Wes Watson, finishing up with another episode of Influence to Impact podcast. We out of here.